Howdy folks, it's me coming to you live tonight out on the streets on Saturday night, which I normally do, check on our homeless community, feed our homeless community, advocate and support our homeless community and rough sleepers. I wanted to talk to you about what we're witnessing, because I don't want to keep this stuff to myself, because the community has a right to know what we see out there and what we encounter out there. And this week has been particularly tough because we've come across a gentleman in his early 60s. He's been on the street for probably several years now and is an alcoholic and is drinking Listerine as a cheap mouthwash alcoholic alternative. And he's dying on the streets. He was in hospital. They let him out. They take him in. I don't know what they do in there. And then they let him out. And he's back out on the streets, dying on the streets. We went to him tonight. And he cried. And he hugged me. And he said, please help me. I don't want to live anymore. And we gave him some food, we talked to him for a while, and then we went away. And I said to my friend, I can't leave this man on the streets. I can't leave him where he is. He can't get up to go to the toilet. He can't get up to do for himself. He's just laying there in his own waste, drinking his Listerine. And I said, I can't leave that man in all conscience and go home. I need to do something for him. So we rang an ambulance. We called the ambulance 2.25 hours ago now. They still haven't come, but they have told us that they're having a lot of emergencies tonight and that they will come. And they were good enough to ring me back and say, look, we are going to get there. And I said, look, this man needs help. I spoke to his mother on the phone. I said, we can't be leaving people in the streets to die, not in Adelaide. This is not our country. Surely we can do better than this. This man needs help. He needs a proper rehabilitation centre for alcoholics that is going to get his life back on track. Why do we take people into hospital for a couple of days and turf them out because they need the bed and leave him on the streets to die? What sort of society does that? This man's going to die on the street, and we're the ones that are going to find him. And I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. That is not good enough. We need to be better. We need to do better. We need for this not to happen. The amount of stories that are out here, we need to be a compassionate society. We can't let this happen. I am going to continue to follow this man's journey because he needs help. And somebody needs to help him. I mean, his mum cried to me. We've tried for years, Sonia. No one cares. No one wants to help him. So what, we leave him on the streets to die? I mean, Jesus Christ, if there's a missing dog that's people are, out looking for it or whatever, and we've got to hurry up and get this pet home, and yet we treat human beings worse than dogs and leave them on the streets to die, knowing that they have an addiction. An addiction is a disease. Alcoholism is a disease. Why isn't there free help for this man to go into a rehab facility and get him dried out and get him the help and the care he needs so that he's not crying, saying, I don't want to live anymore. I just want to not wake up. This is Australia. This is South Australia. Why are we letting this happen? I'm sorry, this is not good enough. And I think the community deserves to know. I'm not keeping this stuff to myself. People need help. We need to look after our most vulnerable. This is not okay. My friend and I had tears in our eyes, hugging this man because he's begging us to help him. It's not okay. I don't want to live in a state that treats people like this. We need to do better. We need to help people. We need to get people off the streets. We need to fix their problems. We need to help. People should not be dying on the streets. Not in this day and age. This cannot happen. So I'm here tonight to appeal to you all. This is a community issue. The government doesn't care because they don't want to win. There's not going to be vote winning stuff if they help homeless people. There's no bling attached. I'm not saying each individual government person doesn't care. That's not true. They all care. But there's no votes coming forward when you help homeless people because no one seems to care about the vulnerable and disadvantaged in our communities. And it's not okay. We need to do better. We need the politicians in this area to do better. Make sure people have proper care and not throwing them back out on the streets to die. Not okay. I want you all to help me do something about this. Help me change the government policy. Help me change the way the government treat homeless people. Help me get councils to treat homeless people differently. Let's provide for these people, get them out of poverty, get them off the streets, treat their addictions. We can't just leave people on the streets to die. Not on my watch. Not going to happen. So I need everybody to understand and to agree with me that this is not okay and this is not the society we need to live in. This could be your uncle, your father, your cousin, your son that is left to die on the streets. All right? Please, I'm going to give you these stories because I want you all to know what it's like out here. It's a different world out here on the streets of a night time, and it's not a pleasant one. But people need our help. You know, what's the saying go? No man left behind. Anyway, I'm going to continue to bring these stories to you because I'm not happy about the way that things are going on with our rough sleepers, with our homeless people. I'm not happy about the way that the government is doing things. People are not being housed enough, quick enough. They're not being supplied with caseworkers quickly enough. The North Western Housing Alliance is really lagging and not doing their job properly. The government need to change the way that they do things to get people housed quicker. I'm going to be working very, very hard to make sure that that happens. And I need the community support. I need you behind me. I need you to reach out to your local MP and say, this is not okay. Reach out to your local minister. This is not okay. You know, you hear of things like this happening, but this is the city of Tea Tree Gully, city of Salisbury. No, I'm not accepting the fact that there's going to be people dying on the streets. We need to help them. Anyway, these videos are going to be hopefully educating people and seeing what we see, and hearing our pleas of please help people. No human being deserves to die on the streets. No human being deserves that. Anyway, hopefully the ambulance gets to him tonight and takes him back into hospital. He's got my number. I'm going to follow through this to make sure this man gets the help that he deserves, instead of being left out on the street to die like a dog. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. I will be continuing to do these homeless videos because I really want the community to understand what's going on, and as a community we will be able to do something because there's power in numbers. There is power in numbers, and we all need to say, no, we don't want to live in a society like this. We want people helped. Brian, we don't know why these people are on the streets. I don't care why they're on the streets. That's not my problem. I don't judge people. I don't judge for the lives they've had. Every single person on the streets has a horror story to tell, and you don't know why they're there either. Not everybody gets the same opportunities in life. But who are we to just discard people like pieces of trash? It's not okay. It's not okay, regardless of the reason why they're on the streets. It's not okay. Anyway, I'm signing off. I've said enough. I'm on my way home now because I've been out for a few hours tonight. Until tomorrow night when I go out again and see who I encounter tomorrow night that may need our help. But please, guys, whatever your thoughts are, be compassionate. It costs nothing to be compassionate and kind to people. You don't know their stories. I know a lot of their stories, and it breaks my heart every time I hear them. Absolutely heartbreaking, the stories you hear out on the streets. But we need to go forward with compassion. We need councils and state government to do their damn job and get these people off the street. Thank you. Have a great night. Thanks for listening.